Rolling and throwing under pressure, and it's intercepted. Dion, he may score right away. It is Sanders for the touchdown.
Welcome to Totally Awesome Sports Amazing Superstars, featuring the Totally Awesome Bunch. Meet Keith, Jennifer, Russell, Robbie, Joey, Allison, and our host, Mike Golick.
Hi, I'm Mike Golick, your host for this Totally Awesome Sports video, Amazing Superstars. I also play defensive line in the NFL, but of course, you knew that. I hope you're all sitting down because you're about to see some of the greatest athletes in the world of sports. I mean, they're just
totally awesome!
Oh yeah, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, the Totally Awesome Bunch. This group of little darlings is here to help me throughout this tape. I've asked the director to keep their involvement to a minimum.
Hey Mike, let's get started, man. I don't have all day.
All right, boss. I hate producers' kids. When I say amazing athletes, I mean players who are well respected in their sport. Guys who opposing teams design their game plans to stop. Guys like, well, Mike Golick.
Not!
No way, Mike. I'm talking like real superstars. Guys you can recognize by just saying one name. Guys like the Shaq.
Okay, Shaquille O'Neal? Yeah, he's amazing. Other hoop players like Larry Johnson and Sir Charles Barkley also fit the bill. A football star like Desmond Howard definitely qualifies. So does Rocket Ishmael, who played football and ran track for Notre Dame. Then there's another two-sport performer, football and baseball player, Neon Deion Sanders. Legends such as Willie Mays and Wilt Chamberlain also make the amazing grade. There are a few future hoop stars like Lionel Simmons and Gary Payton who fit our description. Now we understand that there's no possible way every incredible athlete in the history of the world can be featured. That would take 4 years to show you. But we can show you many, many totally awesome, amazing superstars. So watch this video take shape and roll tape. And while we're on the subject of poetry, our first featured performer is like poetry in motion. Desmond Howard, Washington Redskin wide receiver and former Heisman Trophy winner at Michigan. This guy's hands are stickier than cotton candy. Being the kind of athlete he is, Desmond played more than one sport in high school.
I was better in basketball until I reached high school, I think. I think once I reached high school, that's when my talents in football blossomed beyond my talents in basketball. So I would say when everyone knew I was real good in football, I would say was in my junior year in high school, and I scored 5 touchdowns. But I think at St. Tim's, where I started playing football, is when everyone, as far as my family, could see that my football talents were there.
That's pretty obvious. Desmond Howard, an amazing superstar with an amazing future ahead of him. Whew! All these guys are awesome. Can you believe them? They're some of the finest athletes in the world of sports. They're big, strong, smart and fast. That's right, I'm talking about defensive linemen.
Man, will you stop it with the self-promotion stuff?
All right, Keith, you think you know so much? Which athletes are the most talented in the world of sports? Huh?
Well, Mike,
That's Mr. Gold to you, son.
Right, Mike. I like the running backs and kick returns like Barry and Deion Sanders. Their long runs with spins, twists, and great moves make them more exciting than anyone in sports. Wrong. Guards in basketball. Like Michael Jordan, he's the greatest athlete on the planet. Kenny Anderson, he's hype. Deion's prime time, and Barry's big time. Guards are better. Runners are better.
Guys, there's a simple way to settle this.
How?
Let's watch the video.
Forward rolling and throwing under pressure, and it's intercepted. Dion, he may score right away. It is Sanders to the touchdown.
Well, I loved the College of Florida State, and in the back of my mind, I always loved football. I always wanted to know how well a football player was, how I ranked among other college athletes. And, you know, there's a lot of money being offered, and like today, I say, I probably would have got that money right longer now. I probably would have went for the money instead of going to college. But my mother, she really stressed going to school, getting an education, going to school, get an education. And I figured if I was able enough to get drafted out of high school in baseball, I would surely get drafted out of college in baseball. So I still had that leverage there. So I just pursued a career in football, and everything turned out wonderful.
For here is Bausch. The low line drive, and Sanders like a jet across midfield. To the 40. Still on his feet. 35. 30-yard line.
Dion's prime time and Barry's big time. Guards are better.
They may be, Russell, but I'll take a forward like Dominique Wilkins anytime. The Atlanta Hawks aerial acrobat began turning heads at the University of Georgia.
Barry's big time. Guards are better. Runners are better.
Yeah, well, I can't really disagree when I see a guy like Barry Sanders, Detroit Lion megastar who played college ball at Oklahoma State.
Got in a lot of trouble when I was younger, you know, especially like in grade school and junior high. I didn't get along with my teachers that well, you know, but as I got in high school, I guess I matured and I was kind of different. I knew what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to play college football when I was in high school, you know, and if you talk to a lot of kids in high school, they don't have a clue what they want to do, but I think that mellowed me out a little bit because I was like, man, I'm not gonna get in any trouble. I'm gonna get along with my teachers and try to make good grades, you know, so I matured a lot in high school. You know, people usually say, well, he's just too small, but my father always told me, you know, that, hey, you have ability that I haven't seen many backs have or possess, and that's the ability to make people miss, plus you have speed, so, you know, when one of these days you will get big, you will grow, you know, and if you live right, do the right things, you'll have opportunity, you know, to do whatever you want to do in sports.
Barry Sanders, fast, elusive, and one of the great running backs of all time. All the skill positions in football require super athletic ability. Rocket Ishmael, a Heisman Trophy winner at Notre Dame, could run with the ball, catch passes, field kickoffs, and punts. In other words, he could do it all. guy was also a world-class sprinter at Notre Dame. He sure can motor, can he? After college, he went to play in the Canadian Football League. Watch out for Rocket Ishmael in the NFL, a super-duper athlete. But you know, this question, who's the greatest athlete? I mean, it's impossible to answer, so why even try?
Michael Jordan, he's the greatest athlete on the planet.
I said, why even try? Nobody can possibly disagree with you when you say Jordan is the best, Russell. Just look at the master in action doing what he does best, jamming. So who's the greatest athlete? Is it Jordan, the Rocket, Barry Sanders, Dominique Wilkins, Deion Sanders, or some other superstar we haven't mentioned? As I said before, I vote for me. Hey Jennifer, who's the most entertaining superstar in basketball today?
Yo, Mike, say it, don't spray it.
I'm sorry. Who's the one guy who's more outrageous than the rest?
Any knucklehead can be outrageous.
It's just a matter of time now. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but this guy battles against monsters in the NBA.
Oh, I know, Godzilla.
They're right there.
Oh, shit. That was Rick Mahone.
No, I'm gonna give you one more chance. This basketball superstar bumped elbows with some of the greatest international stars in the 1992 Olympics.
Oh, you mean that bald guy?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rick.
Yeah.
Charlie something.
Come on, you asking a little much, aren't you?
Yeah, you're getting there.
Charlie Brown.
No, totally awesome bunch. Help her out.
Charles Barkley! Oh, I knew that. I mean, check out his highlights.
Yeah, it's hard to find a bigger star than Charles Barkley. Phoenix Suns super-duper star. When he played at Auburn University, he was so big, they call him the round mound of rebound. Sir Charles does love to have fun, as he shows here with Rick Mahorn. Both men were being interviewed by a Japanese reporter who asked them about sumo wrestling.
Basketball and sumo. Do you know sumo?
Sumo wrestler. Oh, he'd be the perfect sumo wrestler.
Similar.
Hey, listen.
Similar.
Come on, Rick, let's run into the other coach.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't want to be Rick Mahorn getting body bumped by Barkley. We all know when Charles makes his move up court, he's as powerful as a herd of elephants on the loose. So when you start talking about amazing superstars, you better include the man they call Sir Charles. Here are some other guys who I think will soon be in the amazing superstars category. Lionel L. Train Simmons, Sacramento Kings forward who played college ball at LaSalle, is a good bet. This guy's got all the moves. Another possibility is Gary Payton, point guard for the Seattle Supersonics and former Oregon State superstar. He's like an Isaiah Thomas out there.
Larry Johnson, the guy who puts the power in the power forward position.
Larry joined the Charlotte Hornets in 1991 after a sparkling college career at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
When he played at UNLV, his teammates called him the Source.
Source.
In college, man. Where does that come from?
You got it. We all had nicknames. I think Greg, we was probably playing Louisville in Louisville. And something had happened. I think Greg, it came to me 2 or 3 straight times, and I think they were just dying. And Greg, and we was in the huddle. I just made an and one of foul, and I just got fouled and plus made the basket. And, you know, we get in our little huddle, and Greg was just saying, they dying. We just got to keep going to the source. You know, and I was like, yeah, the source. Got to go to the source, baby. And from then on, we had hats and T-shirts and everything made. And, I mean, we would be in a huddle, and from then on, let's go to the source. Got to go to the source.
And the Source was, and is, quite a force on the court.
All right, enough football and basketball. It's time for the baseball yearbook quiz. Let's see how many of you recognize these baseball stars from their high school yearbooks. Who is the baseball player pictured in this high school yearbook? Think. It's Kirby Puckett, you dunderheads. Can you name this handsome fellow? He used to play for the Philadelphia Phillies. That's right, Mike Schmidt. They called this guy Mr. October. Can you guess? Reggie Jackson. Here's a surefire Hall of Famer, Kansas City Royal star, none other than the high school picture of George Brett. The New York Mets signed this player. He comes from the Bronx in New York, and his name is Bobby Bonilla. Some experts think this San Francisco Giants player is the best in baseball. Come on, it's easy. Barry Bonds is the answer. And 2 more from the Legends category. Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famer, Johnny Bench, and a former St. Louis Cardinal who is now a famous broadcaster, Tim McCarver. Okay, there were 8 yearbook quiz questions. Here's my grading system. If you got all 8 right, you're a total brainiac. 7 right, you're totally awesome. 6 right, totally excellent. 5 right, totally decent. 4 right, totally mediocre. If you got 3 right, you're totally subpar. 2 right, totally not. 1 right, totally lost in space. And no answers right, you are totally brain dead. Thanks for playing.
The problem with young people today is they don't know enough about the true superstars of the past. Sure, they know all about the stars of today, but they know little or nothing about the true legends of the game. Let me show you what I mean. Allison, who's the greatest baseball player ever?
But in my personal opinion, that would be Willie Mays, the Say Hey kid.
That was kind of a lucky guess. But watch this one. Joey, who's the greatest basketball player ever?
No question, Wilt Chamberlain. He once averaged 50 points a game for an entire season.
How do you kids know all about these players? Most of them played before you were even born.
Hey, Mike, it's written on the cue card. But enough talk. Let's see these guys play.
Cue card or not, the Totally Awesome Bunch is right. It's hard to find a baseball player who can match the speed, power, and big playability of number 24, Willie Mays. In basketball, many players have come and gone, but none of them measure up to number 13, Wilt Chamberlain.
A 100-point game tonight. He's already broken his own record of 78 points in a game. He's scoring at will now. Dunk shot, good. Wilt has 98. Wilt needs one more hoop. He gets a pass, grabs it, and dunks it through. 100 points for Wilt Chamberlain. The most amazing one-man show in basketball history.
Wilt's greatest rival was the Boston Celtics center, Bill Russell. Together, these guys put on some totally awesome clashes. Yep, Willie Mays and Wilt Chamberlain, two of the greatest superstars of the past. Whew, watching all those amazing superstars sure gives me the desire to go practice to make myself better. I mean, if those guys could do it, imagine what a guy with a gorgeous bod like mine could do. Kind of makes you nervous just thinking about it, doesn't it? Well, that's all the room we have on this tape. So for the Totally Awesome Bunch, I'm Mike Golick saying...
Hold it. You said you felt like practicing. How about right now?
But Coach Russell, I was almost finished.
I don't want to hear it, Golick. Give me 50 push-ups.
Oh. Well, we'll see you next time. If there is a next time. Oh! 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 Somebody's dead. Oh! 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 Somebody's dead. Somebody's dead, and I think it's Jennifer. I think it's Jennifer. You know, you guys plotted. You plotted, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. I don't hit women, but I'll hit directors.
No, I wasn't in on that.
Cameraman dies.